Today we're going to be going over the most overrated UFC fighters in the current roster. The first fighter I'm going to talk about is going to be 5-round punch Michael Venom Page. And there's multiple reasons why I think this fighter is severely overrated, especially in the current form he is in. If you watch his last fight against Sam Patterson, he literally only threw 5 punches per round. That was literally one of the most boringest fights I've ever seen. And he's literally supposed to be known as the guy that does entertaining fights. And think about it, right? He refuses to fight anyone highly ranked that knows how to grapple. So just so he can fight entertaining fights in quotation marks. He says that, but then he throws 5 punches per round. It's so lame. Like, come on, bro. At least be entertaining if you're not going to be fighting grapplers. The thing I don't get is that every time people say that MVP striking is elite, which it is, he has really good striking. They always point out that, oh, he outstruck Ian Gary. But literally, if he had elite striking, he wouldn't be going 3 rounds with Sam Patterson. He would have knocked out Jared Cannonier. Because realistically, Jared Cannonier is not the best, and he was 40 at the time. Like, come on, bro. And that fight with Jared Cannonier really showed me that MVP cannot grapple for shit. Because the moment he was taken down in that round, he literally couldn't, in the 3rd round, he literally couldn't get back up. And it was kind of sad. Like, that moment I was like, damn. This is why he always jumps back in weight classes. Because every time he goes up against, the UFC probably gives him a grappler, he's probably like, nah, I'm going to get my ass whipped. So, yeah. And even if you think MVP is good, let me just put this out there. When was the last time he knocked someone out? You literally can't even name it. Yeah. The sad thing is, even if you dig into the early career of MVP, he was can crushing people in the regional scene, bro. It's like he's always doing something, I feel like, to avoid hard fights. I feel like every time the UFC gives him a hard opponent, he's just like, no, I don't want to deal with this, you know. On to the next fighter, who also has lost to MVP, which is telling enough in my opinion, which is Shara Magomedov, the Bullets, aka I can't take losing and I beat up people when they show PDA. The fact that people know that about him and still like him is really strange to me. It's like, bro, how can you like someone for beating up a couple that was just kissing, bro? Like, are you that much of a virgin? Like, come on, like, Shower the Virgin Magomedov. This is another thing I hate too, is that there was Dagestan fans trying to justify what he did to that couple. It's like, oh, just because the religion doesn't like it, that's acceptable to abuse a person. Like, what, bro? Like, some of the UFC fans would justify the most dumbest things, and this guy isn't even a good fighter, bro. Like, have we not seen his last 2 fights, bro? It's been like the worst fights I've ever seen. He went life or death with Michel Pereira, in which he gets dropped in the 1st round. He's known to be a striker, by the way. He gets dropped in the 1st round, and then Michel Pereira proceeds to jiggle at range and do nothing for the rest of the fucking fight. It was so sad to watch, bro. I really wanted Char to lose that fight, bro, because he's so bad, and the fact that, like, the UFC keep giving him cans to beat fighters who are clearly not that good, and he's struggling. That's the sad thing. He's struggling, bro. Like, I think the double back fist, think about it, that double back fist, you can't even name the opponent he did it to. I can name it. I think it's like Petrosen or something like that, just because I like watched that fight. But he literally fights cans. He doesn't fight anyone good, and when he does fight someone good, which was MVP, he fucking loses. He fumbles the bag horribly. He jiggles at range and does nothing. You know, I call it jiggle at range, when you just bounce up and back and forth and do nothing. It's kind of what MVP does. But did you guys also see the AI slob that he posted on his Instagram? That was the most cringe shit I've ever seen in my life. This is the thing, right? AI slob is one thing, but the fact that he posted that, you would think that he won the fight, like he knocked him out. but he went to a razor split decision with him, and he knocked him down the first round. Like, let's be honest. If it wasn't for the fact that he only has one eye, I guarantee you the UFC fans wouldn't even like give a shit about this guy. We as UFC fans are going to be here for the day that a guy knocks him out brutally, and we are going to be here for when he gets brutally fraud checked. Even though I think he's not going to become anywhere good, like, I believe he's not even. This is a hot take. I don't even think he's going to get ranked. Like, I think he's that bad. The only way I can see him getting ranked if UFC give him like a fucking like 39, 40-year-old wash guy that he just beats just from pure athleticism, and like the other guy just being that wash, you know. It's just annoying that the UFC cherry picks him, and like you see him, and then the annoying ass Dagestani fans. Oh my god, they're so annoying. Honestly, I don't even care about anything. If you guys like the Dagestani fans, you're lame as fuck. If you guys are watching this video, I want you guys to let me know in the comments, who do you think are some overrated UFC fighters who are currently in the roster? I think it's better to do currently because I'm a newer UFC fan. So like me saying a UFC fighter that's overrated, that's like an older one, kind of doesn't make sense. Unless it's like a resume wise, like Anderson Silva in my opinion. Like the fact that Anderson Silva gets glazed to a high enough level, especially from old heads like Joe Rogan or Michael Bisping. You always obviously hear them talk about that a lot. But like, you can't be considered the middleweight GOAT in my opinion if your best win is Forrest Griffin. Like, Sean Strickland and Dricus du Plessis have a better resume in my opinion than Anderson Silva, but that's just common sense, you know. Every generation of sport evolves, and obviously people get better opponents who are more skilled than the previous. Like, obviously, Sean Strickland, in my opinion, this is another controversial take that I'm going to put in this video. I've said in the past too, but Sean Strickland would absolutely dog walk Anderson Silva. He would dog walk Forrest Griffin. I feel like he would kill both of them, especially prime. This is prime Sean Strickland we're talking about. We're not talking about young, weird ass head Sean Strickland. We're talking about prime Sean Strickland. I think he would beat a prime Anderson Silva. Nah, fuck it. I might as well add it now. Anderson Silva is also overrated resume wise. Obviously, you can tell he was a very skillful fighter, but let me just honorable mention. If your best win is Forrest Griffin, you cannot be considered the middleweight GOAT. I hate how in the UFC community, you cannot be a GOAT of a division most of the time unless you're retired. You can't even be considered. It's really weird. It's like every time people talk about Sean Strickland becoming like being a middleweight GOAT or being considered one, people are like, "Oh no, it's too soon. Wait time." No, we can talk about this now. Why do we have to wait till fighters get retired to have this discussion? It's not like the resume gets better anytime because they don't fight anyone new. You know, it doesn't make any sense to me. Like, let's all meditate for a second. Let's all get our thoughts and think. I want everyone to use 100% of your brain power, and don't use Google for this thought experiment. Name 5 elite Anderson Silva wins. The thing is, you can't. And there's gonna be someone in this comment section in this video be like, they're gonna name someone and be like, "You casual. These guys are elite wins." No, these guys are cans. It's not cans as in when they fought them. It's just cans when it comes to the modern era of elite fighter resume. Like, you cannot use Forrest Griffin and be like, "Yes, I'm an elite fighter I'm an elite fighter in the middleweight division. I'm considered the GOAT." Like, obviously you're an elite fighter, but you're not. I wouldn't consider you're the GOAT in the modern age. And the fact that some people still say it is why I think he's overrated, which is like the main reason why for this video. Honestly, I wasn't even gonna mention Anderson Silva until I just thought about it randomly. I'm like, you know what? Anderson Silva is 100% overrated. I need to make a video about UFC fighters who are underrated, and if you guys want to see that video, I'm gonna drop it. And the next fighter I'm gonna talk about is Paddy the Baddy Pimblett. And before I go anywhere with this, many people are gonna be like, "What, Paddy? How can you say that?" But just think about it. Have you seen any other fighter? There's like a couple thinking about it now, but have you seen any other fighter who gets praised? This is like a Ian Machado Gary thing. Have you seen any other fighter who gets praised for losing as much as Paddy Pimblett? Like ever since the whole Justin Gaethje and Ilia Topuria fight happened, people were like, just how good Paddy Pimblett is. He survived 5 rounds with Justin Gaethje. Hear the sentence. When people say that, they don't say he fought toe to toe with Justin Gaethje. They say he survived 5 rounds, which is basically what he did, bro. He was not going for the kill. He wasn't trying to take him out after the 4th and 5th round. He was literally going for survival. And it's sad that a lot of UFC fighters and fans are like coping with this, you know, like the English fan base are the most copium people I've ever seen in my life, bro. They can never accept when a fighter loses. It's so weird and annoying. Oh my god. Especially the soccer fans. Don't even get me started with the fucking British soccer fans. Holy shit. But like even more, if you get a title shot, an interim title shot off beating the corpse and washed Michael Chandler, that's really sad. Even if you look at his resume, he robbed Jared Gordon. That fight was such the biggest robbery of all time. If that fight was scored correctly, that literally changes his whole career course. You know, it's like, damn, he really lost to Jared Gordon. Do we even promote him that much? Like, I know people as of now are going to be hating on this take of me saying Paddy Pimblett is overrated, but just think about it. Who is his best win? Michael Chandler. I know I said it before, and I'm going to say it again just so I can remind you guys, because I know UFC fans are like short brain celled, but Michael Chandler is his best win. Not even a good Michael Chandler, not even a good version of him. A patient dumb Michael Chandler. I don't know why he went patient in that fight. Like, he even said that he was going to conserve his energy, and that's just not Michael Chandler. That's just not how his fighting style is. This is a hot take too that I'm going to say now. I want you guys to save this clip. I think BSD is going to show Paddy Pimblett levels. And after he loses, this is what I think he's going to do. After Paddy Pimblett loses, he's going to switch weight classes. I'm going to predict this. I'm a fucking genie. I'm going to predict it. I'm the MMA god. I shouldn't be saying that. Even overall, like, I think people say that. I heard MMA Guru say this, so, like, this is kind of a dumb thing, but because I'm a good watcher. I'm a Jerusalem person. But he would say that ever since that fight with Ilia Topuria and Justin Gaethje, he believes that Paddy Pimblett could stand that chance with Ilia Topuria, and that's just not true at all. Fucking Ilia Topuria would like slaughter Paddy Pimblett in the second or first round, bro. Like, he would destroy him and do unspeakable things to him, bro. Like, this is why I think Paddy Pimblett is also overrated, because MMA Guru would say something that, like, he would say, like, oh, he would say this stupid opinion, and his fans would just, like, nut ride him and also spell out the same thing, which is, like, so stupid to me. And this is why I think Paddy Pimblett is also overrated, because of people like MMA Guru, like, sucking his dick and shit like that, you know. But I like Paddy Pimblett. Like, he's good for the sport. He at least promotes his fights, and he's actually, like, kind of funny in my opinion. I like that archetype of, like, fighters that are, like, actually promote their fights and aren't fucking stale and boring as fuck like some people. But that's basically going to be it for the video, guys. I hope you guys like it and subscribe. Thanks for 58 subscribers. My goal is now 100, which is going to take a while and a lot of hard work to do, because honestly, I'm a very chopped YouTuber. But yeah, thanks for subscribing and liking, and I appreciate the support, and I'll see you guys in the next video.